Hey everyone, it's Josh here today, and I was going to show, someone had a question about this recently, so I'm going to show y'all today how to pick up a drop stitch, which is very terrifying at first, but I feel like the more you do it, and it's something that happens very often, the more you do it, the easier it becomes to fix. So I first would recommend a small hook, crochet hook. You do not need to know how to crochet to do this, but it does help to have a crochet hook handy. And in fact, the most places that you go that have, you know, some sort of, what am I trying to say? Oh, the most places that you go that sell, you know, knitting supplies and stuff always have these small little hooks too that are like small crochet hooks that help you fix issues, because they really do come in handy as a tool to fix drop stitches. So I'm using a G hook. I just found something that kind of matches the same gauge. It doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be, these needles are what? How big are these needles? 4 millimeters, and this is, okay, so this is the same actually as far as the size, and that's not important really, but I mean, I guess that kind of helps. It doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna get, this is the beginning of my row. And I'm doing something called the magic loop method, but you don't really need to know what this is. I'm just showing you on my sweater that I'm working on, because it just happens to be right in front of me. So I'm gonna get to a point where we can do this. So I'm just gonna knit along. All right. I just knit 12 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But okay, let's just say that we were going into the next stitch, and I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit just to see if we can get this right. Let's just say we're going into the next stitch and I miss because I'm going too fast, and I drop everything off and it falls just like that. And let's just say I didn't notice and it's like fallen a few stitches down. So that's kind of nerve-wracking, and some people would be like, oh my god, I just messed up the whole thing, because like, look at this, what a mess. But the kind of funny thing about this is that whenever you drop a stitch, it actually really doesn't affect the work too much besides that one stitch. And so to fix it is pretty easy. So what you're going to do at this point is take your crochet hook and try to identify the standing, like the sole standing loop that's on here, and you're gonna put it just straight through like that. And you're going to pick up these ladders. These are called ladders. So there's 4 here, and you're just gonna pick them up. So one at a time. So here's that first bar. Let me try and zoom in even more and to see how well I can do this. So there's that first bar. Just pick it up like that. Here's the second bar. Pick it up like you would crochet and just pull it through. The next one. So you don't really need to know how to crochet per se, but you do need to know like kind of foundational, you know, crochet movements. Slaying, that's my cat, he just jumped up. And here's the last one right here. You just slip it through. Okay, so when you get back to the top, obviously you'll know because there's no more stitches to pick up, no more ladders. You're going to turn your loop, which is going horizontal, vertically by twisting to the left, clockwise. Right? So you're going from 6 to 9. Oops. Just like that. And then you're going to slip your needle into the back of that loop or in between right here like that. The left hand needle, slip it into that, and then just pull out your crochet hook. And it's back on. And it looks like nothing ever happened. Let's zoom out. There you go. All fixed, like it never happened, and you can continue on. And let's just do a few stitches and then we'll see what it looks like since it's been fixed. Like it was never there. So whenever you're doing this, you just want to also make sure that you're not breaking through the ply of the yarn, meaning, let's just say that this is like one of the bars right here, meaning you accidentally pushing your crochet hook. I can't even do it. I don't even know if I want to do it. Pushing, well, this is actually pretty good. So how this breaks, like this right here, you see that? Because it's plied. Sometimes whenever you're crocheting, that might get into that. And then you accidentally put that onto your needles, and then there might be like a flyaway. So you just want to make sure that there's none of that going on as well, that it's still very flat and you don't see any plies hanging out. And then whenever you're done, again, it should just look like normal, like nothing ever happened, and you just keep going. And that's how to pick up pretty much stockinette, and then other just basic stitches. And some more complicated stitches, it gets harder, and you have to kind of look at things. Brioche, for example, if you get too far, you can't really just back up, and you can't rip out if you drop something, so you have to go start over sometimes. So my recommendation, above all things, even very early on, learn to read your work. Just learn to let go of the needles for a second and just say, what am I looking at here? In this case, all I'm looking at is stockinette. So I should just, even though it's such a basic stitch though, I should always see consistent stockinette stitch throughout. So that's just my little take. I hope that helped, and I hope y'all figured out how to fix your work if you mess up. Have a nice day.